2019 reboot of the similarly named Race Driver Grid from 2008 is everything you'd expect from a modern reboot of the racing game, complete with fewer tracks than before, some cars that, if there were omissions or inclusions, I wouldn't be bothered one iota either way, and lots of DLC broken up into seasons. I don't actually dislike Grid, as this opening would suggest. I've been playing it from time to time this past week when I've found said time. However, over the last 2 or 3 months, I've also been playing a bit of the 2008 release that would come to the Nintendo DS. The one with the slight increase in the number of tracks and the track creation tool providing hundreds of possibilities. While that has a field of view of about 4 and a render distance of about 1/4 of a furlong, it still holds a bit of what I'm sure most are nostalgic for when they hear Grid. With easily one of the best handling systems on the DS, it is a fun little racer on the go, something none of us are currently doing right now. Coming back to the more modern game of 2019, it similarly handles well, though it seems to be lacking just something. There's just a lack of that je ne sais quoi, for lack of a French term. It's still a fun arcade racer, if that's what you're looking for, but there seems to be a target for broad appeal rather than hitting a core audience.
And if you no longer go for a gap that exists, you're no longer a racing driver.
When I first came back to the game the other day, I took some very expensive cars for some very expensive spins and bumps, and dug a few holes on the infield of the Brickyard too. Soon enough I was ready to go racing and do what Buzz Lightyear would lightly call crashing with style. Still heavy and impactful, similarly to the previous 2 games in the series. It's great fun to hurl a car into a corner, but all the same, I'm sure those blinkered by nostalgia dove for their disc copies of Grid 2, or their now delisted copies of the game on Steam. The sad truth is, I can't blame them.